I see. I see that you are trying. I feel. I feel that you are dying to know.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Proud to Present podcast. My name is Colton. Big upgrade this episode. We got the camera set up. We got a little camera action for y'all. My guest today is singer-songwriter William Bradford from Phoenix. What up, man?
Colton.
How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you, dude?
This is a fun podcast because Will and I have gone way back. We've done a few bands together. Played some bass with me. Done some jamming. And like I said, Will's from Phoenix. Singer-songwriter, producer, great father. Works for a great video company called Wham. Right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a thing I do on the side a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you're
With
talking.
some friends. Oh yeah, sorry.
Talking to that microphone. You had an album come out in 2015, self-titled. It's called William Bradford.
Yes.
Killer album. Did you do all of the parts on that? Did you do?
I initially set out to do that, and I kind of hit like a plateau, like a creative plateau, where I knew that there were people out there who could play things better than I could.
Right.
So I brought in a good friend of mine, Zach Buse, to do all of the keys. We did some Hammond organ on it, which was fun. I had my brother do some of the guitar.
Nice.
And then I had my sister-in-law, Mary Coombs, and a friend of mine, Brooke Passy, do some cello, some strings on it as well.
Nice.
And I think that was it.
Well, and I know from our last episode, the Fluorescent Souls episode, you produced that EP, which is a wonderful EP. Timothy, shout out back to you as we gave Will one on yours.
Tim.
What did you produce it as well? Did you produce your own album as well, or how did that come about?
Yeah, I went to school for recording,
right.
And I decided that after school I was finally had somewhat of the skill set to do it myself.
Right.
And so, yeah, I just did it little by little. Between working and being a dad, I spent about 5 years doing it,
nice.
Which is a really long time. But I did it in pieces, and then did some crowdfunding on it. And again, I was going to mix it and do everything, but I decided that I had listened to those songs for so long, and so many times I needed a fresh pair of ears on it, so I had a guy by the name of Scott Wiley up in Provo, Utah, from June Audio. He did the mix on it.
Nice.
And then I had it mastered here in Phoenix with Roger Seibel,
yep.
I think his name.
So what is that like coming from doing your own record and producing it to then going to like the Fluorescent Souls, to where you have Timothy, who's obviously a great talent, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, was that the last project that you did before?
I was actually working on two projects kind of simultaneously.
Oh, okay. What else were you doing?
So I did another EP for a gal by the name of Lizzie Langston.
That's right.
The EP is called Enjoy the Ride. And that one was definitely more involved than Tim's, just because we worked with several different musicians on that. Whereas Tim, it was just me and Tim doing it, which was a ton of fun.
Definitely.
But yeah, it was different in the sense that, like, with my own music, you know, I had the liberty to do whatever I wanted, and so I kind of had to take a different approach. Is like, these are Tim's songs, you know, what's best for Tim, what's his sound, what's he trying to go for, and and so kind of put on a different hat.
So is it? Would you say it's easier to do someone else's music? I mean, is it kind of a?
Oh yeah,
definitely. Yeah. You're not beating yourself up at the same.
Because with me, it's like, I'm not okay with that, so I'm going to do it over and over again until I'm okay with it. Whereas with working with someone else, it's like, oh, are you okay with that? Yeah, good. Oh, okay. All right. Let's move on.
Right. That's killer. Well, and with your album, what was cool, and I actually talked to my buddy Brandon Simoes about it, that you have some really good layers. The guitar tones are great. The pianos are great. Not only just the layers, but the way that they pop in the mix. You did a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
Did you do the piano on that?
Did I play the piano on it? No, I had my friend Zach Buse did all the piano.
He did all the piano.
All the keyboard and all that. Yeah.
Shout out to you, Zach. It's killer. Yeah. Well, what songs were you playing for us today?
The first tune I actually just wrote like 2 nights ago.
Nice.
And it's called, the working title I guess is called Here for Today or Here Today, or I don't know. I don't have a name for it yet.
Shout out. You guys can give us some love in the comments, and you can let them know what you want to song to do.
There you go.
It's pretty
and then the second one I did was a track off of the self-titled album called Hear Your Heart.
That's my jam. That was by request. If y'all haven't figured it out yet, I tend to accidentally shoot requests to artists on what I want them to play.
I was happy to do it because I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and so when you told me that, I was like, okay, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's such a good song. So what was the meaning behind that one? What?
Hear Your Heart?
Yeah.
So I was dating my now wife, Jenny, at the time, and she had gone away on a trip with some friends to New York, I think is where they went. Anyway, it was like the first time we had been away for like a week.
Right.
And so it was kind of like...
That's a test right there. That one hurts.
We were only talking on the phone, and it was hard. And so it was kind of the idea of like, I wish that I could... like hear your heart, like know what you needed, know what you wanted, type of thing, and then just the whole thing of like being apart and kind of being sad, and the only thing that connects us is a phone and type of thing. So that's where that's kind of coming from.
It's hard to start a day when the clouds are talking gray. Oh, it's 9 o'clock and it's already late. What an ugly drawn display as this artist paves his way. When you're gone, the city finds a way to change. And if my love is true, I just wanna hear your heart. It's all I wanna do. Let me know. I just wanna hear your heart. It's all I wanna do. Did you miss me far away? Just my voice will travel there. Put our care up in the air where it will play the sweetest song and wait till our hearts can pay the fare. Put us both where we can share another day. If my love is true, I just wanna hear your heart. It's all I wanna do. Let me know. I just wanna hear your heart. It's all I wanna do.
So talk to me about working with Wham. What are you doing with that?
So my full-time thing is I actually work for an advertising agency. I do their audio for radio and TV commercials kind of thing.
Yep.
And when I first started working there, there's a kid there named Alex, and he does the video editing side of things. I'm doing the audio. And his brother-in-law, they wanted to enter a short film competition.
Nice.
And so I was like, yeah, I'll do it with you guys. And so we did it, and we actually did pretty well. We ended up getting like top 5 in it, which was like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe this will work. So our day jobs are doing the advertising thing, and then we just kind of do Wham Productions on the side. But we've done a couple of music videos for some for a kid that has like a YouTube channel that he does stuff.
Yep.
And we just kind of doing it on the side and doing it for fun right now.
Where's the best way to get a hold of you guys? We have a lot of artists that watch and a lot of people if they want to get involved with videos.
Wham Productions AZ. Okay. Either on Facebook or Instagram.
Shoot you guys a message.
Or email. It's Wham Productions Wham.
Awesome.
Because Wham Productions was taken, so we had to have it on the end.
Had to add a little something in there to make it your own.
But Wham is Will, Alex, Mikey. That's what I know it worked out good.
Oh, damn.
It's like meant to be.
Yeah, that's a working company right there. That's killer. Well, we've done a lot together in the past, like we talked about. You played a lot of bass with me.
Yeah.
And I also know that you played a lot of drums. Do you have a favorite instrument? Do you like to lead the band? Like, where do you feel most at home? Because I've always wondered that about you, man.
I mean, drums are definitely like, that's the first instrument I started playing.
Okay.
And so I just always have a love for drums, and then I picked up the guitar, and then bass and piano kind of came after that. But actually, I really love playing bass.
Really? Yeah.
Like, that's why, like, anytime, hey, Will, do you want to? Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll come do it.
Benefits me, man. It's always worked out for me.
So, and there's just something about, locking in with a drummer and forming that rhythm section that I just love doing. But
especially having your background in drums, I'm sure it clicks really well.
But, I love the drumming. And then when I picked up guitar, it was like a whole other level of being able to express myself.
Right.
With lyrics and through melody and through songwriting, and so I fell in love with that as well. So I probably do more guitar playing and songwriting now than I do the other things.
Well, I was going to ask you that, being a dad, we both have the dad role going. How much are you able to write? How much do you have time for that? I mean, I know it's sneaking in and out. But
honestly, the first tune that I played is the first song I've written in a hot minute.
Right.
In a long time. And so I don't get as much time to write, but when I feel something coming on, it's like I gotta sit down and do it.
I gotta sit down and do it.
I see that you are crying. I know what it feels like inside. Oh, inside. I see that you are trying. I feel that you are dying to know. That's how it grows. That's how it deepens and digs down below. That's how it shows. for today. Just for today.
All right.
Okay.
Let there be light. So who are some of your top influences, man?
Definitely grew up listening to the Beatles a lot. Yes. Neil Young, Tom Petty for sure.
Yep.
Ryan Adams.
Yes.
Wilco. Phantom Planet.
Yeah.
Super Drag. The Strokes.
Yep.
Big fan of the Strokes.
Now, when it comes to your writing, do you have any of those artists that you try to sound like or blend like, or do you? Is it just your sound that comes out? You know
yeah,
what I
don't think I've ever written. Well, maybe I have. I don't feel like I try to I'm going to write a song that sounds like this, or I'm going to write a song that sounds like this.
Right.
It's more. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I've definitely been influenced by artists, and I know that they bleed into what I do.
Right.
But I don't know if it's like really intentional. Maybe
right.
more like a subconscious type thing.
And when you're with your writing process, is it just you with the guitar? Is it with you the piano? We talk about all your instruments. Where does it naturally feel like it comes?
Mostly guitar.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean guitar, and occasionally the piano, but not very often. But usually, I don't know. Sometimes the lyrics come first, and then I, figure out chords, or sometimes it's the other way around.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then, so where's the best place to find you? I want to make sure we get people an opportunity to find you. YouTube, Instagram.
I started a YouTube channel.
Okay.
I just put up a single on a cover song that I did on there.
Okay.
So yeah, William Bradford on YouTube, or Wills Bradford on Instagram, or William Bradford Music on Facebook.
Hell yeah.
Find stuff like that.
Well, let's go into a little bit of a bonus round. Okay. They call us the bonus round. This is if it was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, like the lights would. Yeah, right. You get real in here, but we don't have those effects yet. We're working on it.
Okay.
Was a speed round, but we started talking, and then it ain't a speed round.
Okay.
Favorite dessert?
Anything like chocolate and peanut butter.
Peanut butter and chocolate. Okay.
Yeah, ice cream or anything with that combination.
I went to Reese's right away. I felt
that's dude, Reese's.
So that's not peanut butter. That's like crack in the middle. It's like something about that is just like eats my soul.
Yeah, dude. It's good.
Favorite venue you've played?
I don't know. I would say probably the biggest deal was back when I played in a punk band in junior high and high school, and we got to play the Nile, which was like a big deal back then.
Especially then, yeah. That was
so huge. That was a huge deal, even though it was only the basement, but it was the Nile basement, which was like a big deal.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
What are you listening to right now?
I am listening to a lot of a band called Hiss Golden Messenger.
Okay. I'll look that up.
Also, Ron Sexsmith.
Okay.
Which I was introduced to him through Feist.
Okay.
These are all new. Big fan of. I'm trying to think of what else. Those are kind of the things that I've been listening to a lot lately. Yeah.
Nice. And do you notice that? And I guess we kind of talked about it before, but do you notice that what you're listening to affects the way you write songs, or are you pretty?
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of influences.
Yeah, puts me in moods and things like that. Yeah.
Favorite TV show, favorite movie? Anything you're watching right now?
Well, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so TV show probably my go-to is The Office.
Yes.
Me and my wife like to watch The Office a lot.
I got to take my wife to go see Solo tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, I liked it. Yeah, it was fun. It didn't impact me in any kind of deep emotional way. It wasn't a big, but I don't know. It was just fun. Yeah.
Well, and that's what's funny. I think a lot of Star Wars fans are going to have to take these in a different way.
Right. It's
they're not
Star Wars fans need to calm down.
It's not. It's not. It's the epic is still there, but it's just not. It's a little more of a family,
Yeah, it was fun. You learn some things about his character that fills in some holes in the story and that kind of thing. So yeah,
that's cool. Yeah. Hell yeah, that's awesome. And then TV shows. You said The Office.
Yeah.
The Office seems to be the winner on here, man. It's freaking wonderful.
You can just watch it over and over again. It never gets old.
And over. Well, and now I think Comedy Central has it, and it just runs all day. So I get home from work, and it's like...
Yeah, we just do the Netflix thing.
Yep. Oh, my goodness. I feel like Netflix is going to call me and be like, can you stop? Like, are you really watching the show, or do you just have it running? Yeah. You've watched it enough. And then go-to album. Go-to album or go-to artist. Something that is just... No matter how many times I put it on for you, you're not going to get sick of it.
Probably Tom Petty.
Tom Petty?
Yeah, I can listen to Tom Petty
any specific
all the time. Ooh. I mean, I love Wildflowers.
Yep.
I actually really like Hypnotic Eye.
Yeah, that was actually really,
I really liked it. And
Damn the Torpedoes in there.
It's not in my top.
No?
Dude. No, it's not in my top.
I always get crap because I love the first Tom Petty. This Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I love You're Gonna Get It.
Yeah.
And she throws down her golden.
Okay.
What is that song called? Oh, No Second Thoughts.
Okay.
If I didn't catch that, I was going to hate myself. But yeah, I mean, first of all, Tom is great because everybody has a favorite album and they can span from so long.
Right.
But that's killer.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, make sure you check out William Bradford wherever you get your tunes at. Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, wherever.
Yeah.
You're digging it. Go ahead and give him a shout out. Talk to him. Say what up. He's a nice dude.
Thank you.
Good guy. Video production. You guys need something. Make sure you hit up Wham. Wham Productions.
Yeah.
Right? Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Proud to present Spotify playlist. I'll have 3 of Will's songs on there that I'm really jamming to.
Cool. I'm excited to see which ones you pick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and I usually get a little biased. Like, I've had a couple artists suggest things. I'm like, well, I'll take your suggestion.
Nah, I won't suggest anything. But I'll let you do that.
But yeah, man. So, make sure you hit that subscribe button, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on iTunes. And come back next week. And as we always say, do something to make the world a better place. Be the change that you want to see the world. And who knows? Maybe it'll make an impact. So have a good week, and we'll see you next week.